Hello and welcome to our Year with the Ears, our daily vlog where we relive our year living in the Walt Disney World resorts in 2019. Today is day 167.
Today is our third and final day using those special 90-day club level fast passes that we bought. It's been pretty cool so far and we're looking forward to using them one last time. So we started off the morning down at the club level lounge here at Wilderness Lodge having breakfast. As usual, they had some meats and cheeses and hard-boiled eggs. They had lots of different pastries and oatmeal with different types of toppings. So we stopped in, had a little bit of breakfast, took a few muffins with us to go, and headed out to the parks. We went down to the buses and caught a bus over to Epcot where we're going to start the day, but today we actually scheduled our fast passes in two different parks because with the 90-day fast passes, you can do the first 3 fast passes in one park and then do the other 3 fast passes in another park. So we decided to split it with Epcot and Magic Kingdom later on, which means we'll have done all 4 parks in the last 3 days with fast passes. It's pretty cool. And the first one we started with as soon as we got to Epcot was Soaring, which I feel like is always a great ride to start the day. Even when we don't have fast passes, this is where I like to start my day in Epcot.
This is always such a fun ride. Of course, it's a beautiful one to start the day with, and it's more calm than some of the others here. And since we did just have breakfast, I'm really glad we planned it this way. And our second ride of the day, we're heading over to Frozen Ever After, which if you've ever ridden this ride, you know it always has a very long wait. So to be able to walk up with a fast pass is a really big deal. This was so nice because we have not ridden this in a while. We don't necessarily have a reason to. So we did get to enjoy this ride and hear Elsa sing her anthem loud and strong. And now you'll be singing that all day. You're very welcome. After this, we went back over to the land because today is Father's Day. So we saw that they had a sign and we were trying to get to our next fast pass, so we didn't stop. But I wanted to go back and take a picture with this Father's Day sign and send it to my dad. We then made our way over to Test Track, which is our third and final ride here with a fast pass here in Epcot. And when we got there, they also had a Father's Day sign. So I, of course, had to stop and take a picture with this one as well. And then we scanned in and went on Test Track.
And when we got into Test Track, we decided we should film as we designed our car on the little computer there, but we decided to do a time lapse instead of just filming the whole thing. And I said, you know what? You can design the car today. That's fine. You just design the whole thing. I don't need to design a car. And what we got when we let Alyssa design the car is
epic.
Exactly what I expected to get when Alyssa designed the car.
And by that, he means purple. The car was purple.
It was just a very interesting car that I'm sure will perform very well in the tests.
It didn't. It performed horribly. But we got a picture and that's all that matters. So I have my gorgeous car and of course we rode the ride. And then we decided it was time for lunch. So we made our way over to America because they have some special treats that only Robert can try today.
And the reason I have to try them is because most of them have food coloring all in them, all over the place.
Pretty colors.
Yeah, they're very pretty. So they have a new set of treats in America for Guardians of the Galaxy, which is weird because there's no movie coming out. But we found out it was because there's actually a new show at Epcot temporarily for the summer, the Guardians of the Galaxy Awesome Mix Live, right there in the America Gardens Theater. It's got a really cool name. It sounds like it'll be kind of fun. It might be kind of lame. I don't really know what to expect, but I do know there's food, so we're gonna buy the food and try all the different things. The first thing was a pulled pork sandwich called the Space Sandwich, and the bun was a brioche bun, but it was dyed blue. And so, yeah, Alyssa can't have that. It didn't look as appealing as the picture looked when they gave me the burger or the blue bun. It actually tasted really good. It was great barbecue. It had some crispy onion straws on there. I really enjoyed it, but it was kind of hard to get over the blue bun.
Thankfully, there was one thing I was able to eat, and that was the special awesome plate, which was French fries topped with bacon and mac and cheese and lettuce and pulled pork. It was a random combination of things, but it actually tasted really good and was incredibly filling with all of that in one plate.
And I think it was the only thing they had for this special celebration that didn't have food coloring in it, because the dessert also had food coloring in it. It was called Cosmic Cake, and it looked kind of like a planet. It looked pretty cool. I love the presentation on it. But it's basically chocolate cake with vanilla buttercream inside and sprinkles and lots of food coloring. And the flavor was really good, but it, again, with all the colors, just wasn't the most appealing looking thing once you cut it open. And for a drink, they had a rocket fuel drink, which was really just a Coke slushie that they added grenadine to, so a cherry Coke slush. But it was really good. I enjoyed that one. I like cherry Coke slushies anyway, so that worked out. And then everything else that they had for the Guardians of the Galaxy special menu thing was not in the America quick service location. It was actually outside the Fife and Drum in the little booth that has the turkey legs. They had several different drinks there, like the I Am Root beer float, which I thought was an amazing name, but we already have way too much stuff. I can't try that. They had several alcoholic drinks there as well, and they had one more food item that was the mixed tart, which essentially is just a Pop-Tart with a sticker of the mixtape laid on top of it. I mean, it's an edible sticker, but you know what I mean. So it tasted like a Pop-Tart. It was fine, and Alyssa could actually eat that one when you peeled off the top part, so it's just the regular buttercream icing, but it was a Pop-Tart. I like the ones at Woody's Lunchbox better, but it looked cool for pictures. It
did actually look amazing. I thought this was the best thing they did as far as all the presentation and everything. And then we went and watched the show, and we didn't really know what to expect for this, but oh my goodness, we loved this show so much. It blew us away. We were not prepared for what was about to happen. It was incredible. The costumes, the cast members, the songs, it was amazing, and we were so glad we went, and we are definitely coming back.
It was just a lot of fun.
It was.
I was kind of expecting something, I don't know, just a lot less produced than what they had, but they were just having a blast up on stage there, and I enjoyed watching it. Alyssa enjoyed watching it. It was just a lot of fun to see that, and I was really glad we stopped for this. Now, we did actually live stream this on Facebook because we thought, why not? We're here. We may as well go live with it. And I will upload that to the YouTube channel and leave a link down in the description, but here's just a little sample. After the show, we were leaving, and in the little PA booth in the back, we noticed they actually had Groot there as well as Rocket, and Rocket was holding a rocket ship like pen. It was really cute. And then we headed out of the World Showcase and started walking up to the front of the park to catch the monorail over to Magic Kingdom because we're park hopping over for our next 3 Fast Passes that are over at Magic Kingdom.
We went straight to our next Fast Pass, which was 7 Dwarfs Mine Train. Of course, always starting with the biggest and the best. And while we were in line, we started hearing a lot of rain. And it was just this downpour of rain. We're like, I hope we get to ride. They do still allow it in the rain in some cases, but depending on where the thunder and lightning is, if it's too close, they do have to stop the ride. So we were really hoping we'd make it. We did get on the ride. We were so excited. We head out, and it is downpouring on us, hitting us in the face, smacking us in the face. And we did actually record this entire ride for your enjoyment.
And we hope you enjoyed that video because we kind of enjoyed the ride, but it was painful. There was a lot of rain pelting us in the face.
It was fun. It was a memory.
It was fun. We were actually the last car that got to go. We found this out later as the car behind us was totally empty because after they sent our car, they were like, yeah, lightning in the area, whatever it is that was the rule they have to shut down. They had to shut down. So we got to finish the ride, but because they were shutting down, it was taking a little longer for them to get unloaded. And so we kind of just sat at the end of the ride in the rain, getting completely drenched as if we weren't wet enough already from the ride. Eventually, we did make it off of the ride, already completely soaked, but you know what? That's okay. We've got more fast passes. We're just gonna go and ride our rides.
Thankfully, we did bring an umbrella today. We don't always do that when going to the parks, but we did today. We had a very large one from Costco. So we had the umbrella, not that it was really helpful because we're already wet, but we're not getting more wet. And we made our way to our next fast pass, which was Space Mountain. Thankfully indoors, that's exciting. So we headed inside, we were able to ride the ride, easy peasy, we're all good. And then we got off and our last fast pass of the day was supposed to be Splash Mountain, which, you know, is on the other side of the park. So we were splashing and making our way over. There's literally standing water everywhere. It's downpouring. We're like, we can ride Splash Mountain. It's not a big deal. We're already wet. It's fine. We walked all the way over there to find out that the ride was down because just like Seven Dwarfs, they cannot run it with lightning in the area. I don't know why we didn't think of that or check the app,
Yeah, I don't know
but
either.
we managed to walk all the way through the water the entire way there, get there and find that out. So we kind of hung around. We went and did a little bit of shopping in the stores. There wasn't anything we're specifically looking for. We kept shopping and waiting, just hoping that the rain would stop or that Splash Mountain would come back. It didn't, and it's getting close to time for dinner and we really don't want to miss that. We are paying for the club level access. So we decided that we could just use our fast pass somewhere else because we were given that email saying we could. So we headed over to one of our favorites, a classic, Buzz Lightyear Spaceranger Spin. I am so bad at this ride, but I really enjoy playing the game, and Robert, of course, always does great. So we did ride this one. On our way over there, though, I did see another adorable Father's Day sign. This one was super cute. I'm not sure why it was in this park and not over in Epcot, but
Yeah.
you know, not my decision. But it was super adorable. It said Happy Father's Day, and of course had Nemo on it, which was awesome. And then we did ride, and Robert maxed out his score, and I didn't, and that's fine. That's how it went.
Then we jumped on a bus back over to Wilderness Lodge. No boats because of the lightning and everything, so we had to take a bus. Got over there and went straight to our room to get out of these completely soaking wet clothes before we went to get some dinner. Tonight they had one of my favorite things that they have here. It is the pulled pork from Whispering Canyon downstairs, and they have a chipotle barbecue sauce that goes with it as well. Absolutely delicious. I could eat this every single day. It's so good. And of course they had other hors d'oeuvres as well, like little salads and cheeses and vegetables and stuff like that. But let's be honest, I'm here for the pulled pork.
I mean, really, that's the real reason we had to be back. I mean, I'm not going to stress myself about getting back to club level for a salad. That pulled pork, on the other hand, I will definitely do that for. After this, we went back to our room and did watch that second movie that we got last night, Hunchback of Notre Dame. It has been a long time since we have watched this movie. Beautiful, beautiful movie. The songs are incredible. We just loved it. And I can't believe it's been so long since we've seen this.
I mean, in our defense, we didn't have Disney Plus at the time, and
Can you imagine a world without Disney Plus?
It's really weird to look back at a time when we had to go check out DVDs to watch a movie because we didn't have Disney Plus yet.
ago.
It was just 2 years ago, but it didn't exist. Now, after the movie, we did go back over to the club level lounge to get desserts, and it is my second favorite cobbler tonight. They have the mixed berry cobbler. This is the same cobbler, or same recipe at least, that they have downstairs at Territory Lounge that I loved so much, that came with the raspberry sorbet. And they also had some cookies and little cupcakes, and they had little jars of s'mores. It's basically marshmallow fluff and chocolate with some graham cracker on it. It's really, really rich, but it's really good.
I'm very judgmental about s'mores, and that is not a real s'more, and I refuse to eat it because it's not a real s'more. If you're gonna eat a s'more, just eat a s'more. Don't eat a copycat like that. It's in a jar. S'mores don't belong in the jars, so I do not eat these, even though they know up there how much I love s'mores. I refuse to eat these.
What if I got you some graham crackers? You could like dump it out of the jar and spread it on the graham cracker with
Not
that.
the same. You have to like roast your marshmallow, and it's not the same.
Well, I can't say I didn't try. Well, that was the last thing we did tonight. It has been a very long day, especially with the rain and everything. So we actually went back to our room and went to bed early. So we will see you tomorrow.
For our year with the ears.